Welcome back. All right, second of four reviews tonight. Vegas and Minnesota. Minnesota at home, a must-win situation. Vegas probably wanting to get this done tonight so they don't have to worry about a Game 7 situation. Adin Hill versus Gustafsson. And of course, for Gustafsson, he did not finish the last game due to illness, and there were a lot of things that went against Minnesota in that last game. And so Minnesota was looking to save some face tonight. Olofsson has a slot chance that's held early, so Vegas gets off to the good start. Nyquist has a net drive that's blocked. We get a power play for Vegas, and it's 4 minutes. Absolutely the wrong time to take a 4-minute penalty and just careless work with the stick there. Early clear, and again, Vegas cycles. There's a near miss by Olofsson, and then Theodore puts one past the screen from the high slot at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Olofsson and Eichel with the assist. So that's during the first 2 minutes of the power play. Vegas sets up for the second 2 minutes. Puck's cleared out. Olofsson fans on one. It's cleared again. Theodore has a screenshot that's held as the second 2 minutes are killed. So Theodore tried to do it again. Same kind of idea. Passed the screen, and that time it was saved. Shots are 4-3 for Vegas 6 minutes in. Things get pushy on a hold by Adin Hill. The Wild go to the power play off of that. There's an early clear. The Wild cycle. Zuccarello fires one wide. Puck's cleared out again. Then there's a post for Brock Faber. A short-handed rush by Saad helps to finish that kill. It was saved, but it helps to finish off the kill as well. Vegas presses 9 minutes in. Foligno couldn't bury one in close. Vegas then rushes after that. Boldy has a rush chance that's defended, and the shots are 7-6 Wild with 9 minutes left. So some good switches back and forth in terms of momentum in this game. Brodin then has a shot that's blocked. Wild with some momentum now. The Wild press with 7.5 minutes left. They press again with 3.5 minutes left in the period. Saad is then denied on a net drive as Gustafsson earns his money there. Vegas presses with 2 minutes left. Pearson has a chance that's held. And then at 19:56, 4 seconds left in the period, Hartman scores. It's a wrister pass to screen, Foligno with the assist. So that makes it a 1-1 tie after the first and really gets the crowd into it. Second period, Spurgeon has an early one-timer that's held. We then get a power play for the Wild. And if they could get a lead in this game, you just never know, right? Early cycle, Boldy has a shot that's saved. Kaprizov then has one that's held. Spurgeon has a shot that's blocked. Eriksson Ek couldn't bury one in close. And then there's another hold on a shot by Kaprizov, and that power play is killed off. I think Adin Hill had his best game of the series tonight. I did. He looked shaky at parts of this series, but yeah, he looked good tonight. So the Wild press after that power play's done. Hill holds on. In fact, 3.5 minutes into the period, the shots are already 6-0 in favor of the Wild. It didn't stay at that pace, but pretty good start for them there. Hurdle couldn't hit an open net. The Wild clear there. Vegas presses at 7 minutes. They end up drawing a power play. There's an early clear. There's a near miss by Stone. Gustafsson, Sharp, the power play, it's cleared out. There's a near miss for Barbashev, and another clear ends up ending that power play. So Vegas unsuccessful there. Pressed by Vegas after the power play comes to an end. They get more pressure with 8.5 minutes left in the period. McNabb is a one-timer that's held. Merrill fires one wide as the Wild are getting some pressure. Zuccarello has a slot chance that's blocked. The shots are 7-6 Minnesota with 4.5 minutes left. At 16-12, Eichel buries one on a fast break. The last guy that you want being in on their own. And he gets it from Stone and McNabb. So it's 16-12 of the second period. Vegas with their second lead of the game as they're now up 2-1. The Wild look to respond. Hurdle has a backhand that's held near the end of it. And it stays 2-1 Vegas after 2 periods of play. Third period. Eriksson Ek has a turnover chance that's saved. Foligno then has a rush chance that's held. Merrill has a shot that's held. There's some pushing there. Some good desperate hockey from the Minnesota Wild in the third thus far. Carlson then has a rush chance that's defended. Boldy couldn't bury one in close. Vegas clears the rebound there. Barbashev has a net drive that's blocked. Both teams defending pretty well at this stage of the game. Vegas presses at 6 minutes. The shots 6.5 minutes in are 5-1 in favor of the Wild. So the Wild had opportunities. They outshot Vegas. But when that was going on, Adin Hill was very good. And there wasn't a lot of rebounds. There wasn't a lot of those second and third opportunities that you need if you're going to, really expose the goaltender. Yeah, Hill wasn't having that tonight. Hartman's denied. Hill holds on there. We get some more pushing. The Wild press at 7 minutes. They're kept to the outside. Kaprizov fires one wide on a rush. The teams trade turnovers. McNabb has a shot that's kicked aside as Vegas gets some pressure. 8.5 minutes left. Vegas gets a power play. And this obviously a must kill for the Minnesota Wild. You could not have another power play goal go in. You're already down 2-1, right? So, where'd I go? Here we are. This is a must kill for many. Stone's denied and close. The puck's cleared out. Things get pushed in a hold by Gustafsson. Late in that power play, there's back-to-back clears by Minnesota. They do kill that off. They stay in the game. Theodore to Barbashev, near miss there. The Wild press with 5 minutes left. And then at 16:02, Mark Stone takes the air out of the building. He bats one out of the air. They just gave Vegas too many chances at the net. McNabb and Theodore with the assists. And so now it's a 3-1 lead in favor of the Vegas Golden Knights. And that was an important goal because 31 seconds later, Hartman buries one on a wraparound. Johansson and Middleton with the assists, making the score 3-2. The Wild then look to tie it. Hartman's denied as he's looking for the hat trick. Nobody else got a goal tonight from Minnesota, not named Hartman, so he's going for it. The goalie pull happens with 2:05 left. Vegas ices the puck with 1:11 seconds left with 2 broken sticks in the Vegas zone there. They were really running around. Minnesota just could not solve Hill. They had a hard time getting to the net at all. The Wild call a timeout at that point as well. Then with 19.8 seconds left, Vegas ices the puck again. And Vegas looked completely gassed. Like, those guys were out on the ice a long while there. But they blocked. They blocked after that. They held on. Vegas wins 3-2. The series is done. Minnesota's now lost in the first round. What is it? 9 times in a row that they haven't won a series. I mean, I would imagine there's words I've said in previous seasons when Minnesota's had their struggles in the playoffs. I could probably summon some words. All I know with Minnesota is they play well during the regular season. They have really strong moments during the regular season where they look like contenders. And I really believe this team is better than a team that goes out in the first round every single time. It's just they go out in the first round every single time. So there's definitely going to be some reflection this summer. They'll have more cap space. For Vegas, they move on to the second round. Once again, Vegas is not a team that goes out in the first round very often, so them going to the second round, not really a huge surprise. Shots on net, 12-8 Minnesota in the first, 9 apiece in the second, and then 10-6 for Minnesota in the third. The final shots are 31-23 for Minnesota. So Minnesota didn't go down without a fight. The power plays, Vegas 1 for 4, Minnesota 0 for 2. So the power plays help Vegas. Minnesota doesn't get a power play goal. They lose by 1. The hits were 33-22 for Vegas. Kind of surprised me that Minnesota wasn't a little more physical there. Aiden Hill, 29 saves on 31 shots. Like I said, his best game of the series. And Gustafsson saves 20 out of 23. So Vegas moves on. And for Minnesota, as I mentioned in the last video, we'll do a video on Minnesota once I'm done discussing teams that missed the playoffs. And, I mean, there's still some really good young players in Minnesota. I feel bad because, like, you know, I jumped on that bandwagon. Absolutely. I was like, you know what? I'd love to see Minnesota finally get out of the first round. They've never got out of the first round since this channel came into existence. I'd like to say it's not the channel's fault, but either way, yeah, it's one of those results, right? This is what happens when you root for underdogs. They're underdogs for a reason. They're usually not as good as the teams they're against. And Vegas is a very good, very well-coached team. Bruce Cassidy did a fantastic job getting the team ready for this one and making sure they didn't need a Game 7. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.